Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Sri Radhe Radha Gokulananda Radha, you want to operate this one. Sri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman. Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Today's Bhagavad Gita class we are reading for chapter 3, verse 4. Chapter 3 entitled Karma Yoga. Before that, we do Dhruva Maharaj prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The verse is on the screen. You can repeat after me. After me. Nakarmanam anaramban Naishkamyam purushostute Purushosnute Nacha sanyasana deva Siddhim samadhi gacchati Nakarmanam anaramban Naishkamyam purushosnute Nacha sanyasana deva Siddhim samadhi gacchati Nakarmanam anaramban Naishkamyam purushosnute Nacha sanyasana deva Siddhim samadhi gacchati. Anyone would like to recite? Nakarmanam anaramban Naishkamyam purushostute Nacha sanyasana deva Siddhim samadhi gacchati. Anyone would like to try? Okay, we are going word to word. You can use the arrows. Na, not, karmanam, or prescribed duties. Anarambat, by non-performance. Naishkamyam, freedom from reaction. Purusha, a man. Asnute, achieves. Na, nor, cha, also. Sanyasanat, by renunciation. Eva, simply. Siddhim, success. Samadhi gacchati, attains. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Please repeat after me. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Purport: the renounced order of life can be accepted one has been purified by the discharge of prescribed form of duties, which are laid down just to purify the hearts of materialistic men. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, sannyasa. According to the empirical philosophers, simply by adopting sannyasa or retiring from fruitive activities, one at once become as good as Narayana. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of heart, sannyasa is simply a disturbance to the social order. On the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duties, whether he may able to advance in the cause is accepted by the Lord. Buddhi Yoga. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayato mahato bayat. Even a slight performance of such a principle enables one to overcome great difficulties. I'm doing Mangala Sharan prayers, like seeking the blessing from the Guru. If anyone knows, please repeat after me. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदा सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरंगी राधे श्रीवृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरु वश्च कृपा सिन्धु भवेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thanks for coming to Bhagavad Gita class today. I seek the blessings of assembled online and offline Vaishnavas. Right words come at right time in right consciousness. Here, Arjuna is a bit confused after Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. Whether shall I renunciate rather than fighting? Then, rather than fight is his duty. As a Kshatriya, he has to do that duty. Then Krishna is replying to Arjuna, it's better to do your duty rather than false renunciation. Like most of us think that, okay, I stop work, then I can avoid my karma. I can be free, alone, peaceful. But it doesn't work like that. Still, suppose analogy, if you take a fan is running, if you unplug the fan still moves because of momentum. The same thing, we have the karma still there, like previous karma, it still goes on. It's better to do our duty and remember the Krishna. As in the previous chapter, Arjuna heard about Buddhi Yoga, about equanimity and the soul. And so naturally he becomes a bit confused. That's why he asked the question to the Krishna. That's why Krishna says, not abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. Without doing anything, like there is a saying, an idle man's brain is like a devil's workshop. It's better to involve in the work, engaging in the service. What's the supreme occupation is? We have to attain the loving devotional service of Transcendental Lord. There is a verse in Bhagavatam, Savai Punsa Paro Dharma, Ado Bhakti Rajok Sajed, Ahituki Apritahyata, Yayatma Suprasidati. And the devotional service should be unmotivated, uninterrupted, and it completely satisfy the self. Sometimes we think we have certain goals. As we achieve the goals, still we don't feel happy. Why? Because these material goals is impossible to get the happiness. As soon as we achieve something, still it doesn't satisfy ourselves. That's why we are looking for something else. That's why there is a saying, it's impossible to materially happy, but spiritually it is bit difficult, but it's a simple process. There is an analogy between a, a lazy person can say, I don't say anything, I don't do anything. He may say, I won't work, I won't do anything, I am renounced. But we can't call that one as a renounce. Suppose renounced people like sannyasi, maybe you have seen like few saffron, like Swamiji's or Maharaj. They travel a lot than anyone. They work a lot, like 16 to 18 hours a day by preaching to others about this Krishna consciousness. That is renunciation. They work, but they don't work for themselves. They don't work for their sense gratification. They work for the sense pleasure of the Krishna by preaching to others about the Krishna and how do we become close to Krishna. But material person thinks other way. How he's think about his own peace and how to be comfortable in the material world, how to achieve more and more money. And this is selfishness, not spirituality. But if you think about the devotee and they work hard for Krishna's pleasure, they may cook, clean, and preach and go to office. They work like a normal people. Yeah, most of the people who come here, they do work normal jobs, but they remember Krishna. And he does it all service to the Krishna. And this is called Naishkarmaya. Naishkarmaya means freedom from reaction. Like they work, but they don't get any karma. And Prabhupada says a devotional service is not inactivity. It is purified activity in Krishna consciousness. Whatever activity we do, there is a karma. Because when we get the money, obviously we are doing something, some activity, hopefully good activity. But still, suppose in business, if they get the money, but it trouble other people somehow, it gets bad karma. But by doing devotional service, everything is purified. For example, Arjuna on the battlefield, Arjuna wanted to give up fighting. Why? Because he doesn't want to kill his family members, his elders, and his so-called well-wishers before. And he doesn't want to do the fighting, he want to give up and go to the forest and do meditation. But Krishna said, no, you are a Kshatriya, it is better to do your duty and fight for the Dharma. And Krishna says to Arjuna, it's better to do your duty and get the kingdom, because if you don't do the duty, someone can come and attack them. Obviously, they were killed long time ago by me. You are just an instrument in my hand. Better to do your duty and get the fame and become a king. And if Arjuna had gone to the forest, he would be a false renunciation, running away from the duty. And here it is mainly insisting, that is, we have to do our duty and always remember Krishna. But when Arjuna fought for the Krishna, the activity is not a mundane materialistic activity, it is devotional activity, because he works for the sense pleasure of the Krishna. It makes Krishna happy, that is called pure devotional service. So the key here is, what we do is not important, why we do is more important. Because most of the time, the people ask the question, what more than why? And there are two kinds of renunciations. One is Falgu Vairagya. Falgu Vairagya is a false renunciation. Like this world is bad, I will reject everything. But internally, it desire, so many desires remain from the previous lives. So many previous lives. And the other one is Yukta Vairagya. It's called true renunciation. Everything belongs to Krishna. Let me use in his service. I am the servant of the Krishna. If you come, there are four things common for everyone, like a animal or any living being, like eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Suppose there are two sides. One is they run away completely. As I said, they run away means eating. Eating, they mix everything and they eat. Or then they don't get, like, they don't attach to certain type of food. And sleeping means they sleep on the floor. And mating means they completely avoid the other gender. And defending, they don't go, they don't defend anything apart from shastras. And in other side is completely opposite. But they both can fall down regarding renunciation. It's better to eat the prasad, whatever you cook, offer to the Krishna, then all the karma in the food will be wiped away. Like in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, there is a verse, Yagnasishta Shina Shanto Machante Sarva Kelibishi Ebujante Tam Agam Papa Epachante Atma Karanat. Let me read translation. Whatever is the Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 verse 13, that is the translation of this. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin, because they cook the food for themselves. Obviously, while cooking, unintentionally we are killing so many microorganisms. And obviously the karma, they are living organisms, we are killing a living being. Then if we don't offer to Krishna, then we are eating only sin. But by offering to Krishna, all these impurities in the food will be washed away. Krishna can eat with his eyes as well. Just we can offer to Krishna. If we don't know the mantras, with the love, because he doesn't need anything, only love he needs. Yeah, we can keep in front of the picture. If you have the deity, then tell him, please honor the food. Then after 10 to 15 minutes, it will be prasad. Then that is called prasad. Before it is bhoga. And other one is Yukta Vairagya, true renunciation. This means everything, whatever we do, everything belongs to Krishna and let me use in his service. That's why the people is not a sin to earn money. Yeah, it's pretty good. If someone has a caliber and intelligence, they can earn millions of pounds. They can use for the Krishna service. Yeah. And we can use our Adda Diya, Vacha, Prana. Like Adda means wealth, Diya intelligence, Vacha words, and Prana means our life. Adda, like wealth, we can give whatever. Like according to Shastra wise, 50% that what we earn, it goes to the Krishna. But in this Kali Yuga, it is not possible. And 20% keep it for us, and like 15% to the relatives or your well-wishers, and some for emergency. That according to the Vedic scriptures. I'm not sure about the percentages, little. And second is Adda, Diya. Diya is a intelligence. Like if we have so many people, so many, they are well in IT, they are well in accountants, they can use for the Krishna service and watch awards. You can see some eloquent speakers are coming here, Bhaktivedanta Manor. They travel around the world. Like tomorrow, there's a eloquent speaker coming. Is Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. He was giving Srimad Bhagavatam class. The amazing speaker. He's in Krishna conscious movement around 40 years or so. And finally is prana. Like we can't give the life, but we have to always remember Krishna. That's called, like we can say, pran. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu there is a verse 255 is Anashaktasya Vishayan Yudaram Yupayinjita Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. Translation: if we give up material attachment but use everything for Krishna, that is called perfection. There is analogy of lotus flower between a devotee works outside as well. He do work like a normal man. But analogy compared to lotus flower to the devotee. A lotus grows in the water, it remains untouched by it. The specialty of lotus flower is it grows in the water, in the muddy area, but it never touched by the water and no mud. Same like devotee, he can in this world he has his family, job, society, but remains untouched by karma because his consciousness is fixed on Krishna. Whatever he do, like working, he can remember the Krishna. He may chant the Krishna Maha Mantra in the manas. Yeah, that's the way of remembering Krishna. The golden rule of bhakti is Smattam Satato Vishnur Vismatye Na Jatuchit Sarve Vidhi Nishedashur Etayor Eva Kinkara. That means Krishna is the origin of Vishnu. We should be always be remembered and never forget him. This is the main principle. He has to be always be remembered and never forget him. If we remember this one, our whole life will be fulfilled. We don't need to come back to this, like cycle of birth, death, old age, disease. This is the common for any individual. They come to this material world as a small baby. They grow as a young person. They become young, and they reproduce, dwindle, and become disease. One day, everyone have to leave the planet. Doesn't matter how rich, popular they are. But if you remember the Krishna while leaving the planet, the thing is, you don't need to come back to this material world. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8 verse, Antakala chamameva smarana mukta kalevaram. Antakala chamameva means while we are at the end of the life, smarana mukta kalevaram. If you remember his name, Krishna, Narayana, form, tam tam eveti kamtaya sattat bhava bhavita. That means you don't need to come back. Whatever we remember, we will attain that form. We will attain there. Suppose a person remembers he is too much attached to his dog or pet dog or something. What he will get? There is a chance he may get his soul enters into the dog's body. There is a pastime for Ajamila. Anyone knows Ajamila? Yeah. Ajamila is born in a Brahman family and he is Vedically very strong. He worships, and unfortunately, while he was getting some kusha grass and other things for his yagna, and he has seen some union between the prostitute and a man. Then he was attached to that. Then he was completely fallen down from his high position, and he did so many sins, like completely abstaining from the regulative principles. Then somehow, Jai Sri Radha Gokulanand ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Gauranitai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. He named his youngest son as Narayana, while at the age of 70 something older age, he got a kid and he becomes sick while he is leaving the planet. Somehow he is more attached to his youngest son called Narayana. He is calling him out of love, Narayana, Narayana. Then he left the body. He is calling Narayana, Narayana is Hari, he has different names, Krishna. Then Yamadutas came to take him because of all his sin. In the meantime, the Vishnudutas as well is like four-armed Vishnu forms. They came as well, and there is a bit arguments between both Yamadutas and Vishnudutas. Finally, he reached the heavenly planet, like Vaikuntha planet. Yeah, thus how merciful is Krishna when we remember him. And how do we apply in daily life, like like the doing these duties, like by doing our duty and remember Krishna. And we all have duties like jobs, families, responsibilities. Krishna never asked to abandon them, and he asked to spiritualize them. How do we spiritualize? If you cook for Krishna. As I mentioned earlier, we cook the whatever we cook is called bhoga. When we offer to Krishna, it becomes prasad, that is spiritualized, sanctified food. And if you work and offer the fruits for Krishna, then all the karma will go away because we remember Krishna while doing the work. And if we center the Krishna, then whatever we do the work, it will be mostly we'll be in consciousness. Then we do the with the dharma, and we choose whatever work we do is according to the religious principle. And if you speak whatever we speak about Krishna Kada, and rather than mundane activities. There's so many things going on in the world. This as it is Kali Yuga. Every day there is a war happening somewhere. Rather than that, we can speak about Krishna Kada, and Bhagavad Gita is nothing but, is a song sung by the Krishna. And love Krishna and his devotees, serve them. And finally, the real sannyasa is renunciation in consciousness. Like a person who works his job, who looks after his family, and who serves, who do devotional service, and who preaches about the Krishna, he is the real sannyasa. He doesn't need to wear the saffron clothing. The person who is in Gruhastha ashrama as well, they become sannyas by remembering Krishna, serving them, and according to regulative principles, they follow everything. And would like to ask a question: what's more spiritual, either sitting idle in Himalayas or working sincerely for Krishna in this world? Yeah, by going to Himalayas. Thus in previous yugas, Satya Yuga, there is only meditation. Now, this is different yuga, Kali Yuga. We have to work for the Krishna. Sitting idle in Himalayas, we won't achieve anything there. And Krishna wants devoted in action, not in lazy inaction. That means we have to remember Krishna and do the things and center the Krishna. If we center the Krishna, most of the times what we do, we think multiple times whether it is right or not. And there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, this 1, 3, 4. Yeah, this renunciation does not mean giving up everything and becoming inactive. It means give up the mentality of enjoying the results of one's work. Just we have to give up we shouldn't be attached to the results. Rather than enjoying, we have to do our duty. That's what Krishna says. We have to do our work with the faith on Krishna. Then results automatically will come. But we shouldn't be attached to the results. If we attach to the results, expectation is the cause of big misery. And this is the main concept of karma yoga. Doing as everything as a offering to Krishna. But most of us think that karma yoga means doing our work and duty and enjoy our life. That is not karma yoga. That is karma kanda something. Not karma yoga. That is we are entangling still by doing our duty and enjoying the fruits of our work. Rather than that, if you remember Krishna and whatever fruits we get offered to Krishna, then is that's the reason there is Bhagavad Gita 240 in the purport. Swalpasya dharmasya traito mahate bayat. That means there is no endeavor and no loss. Let me read translation. नेहाभिक्रमो नासोस्ति प्रत्यावो न विधीयते स्वल्पस्य धर्मस्य त्रयतो महते bayat. Translation is, in this endeavor there is no loss and no diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Can anyone guess what is the most dangerous type of fear in our life, in the world? Yeah, death. Everyone fear of death. One day we have to face. But by doing this, this Krishna consciousness, whatever we do, if we leave the planet up to, if we grow spiritually up to 50%, when we come back, we start from 51%. That's why you see like small little kids, they sing the kirtans nicely, they recite the verses like a fluent way because they did some pious act like this Krishna conscious activity previous life. That's what Krishna is saying here. Whatever endeavor, there is no, and in this endeavor no loss or diminution. Whatever advancement, it continues to the next stage of life. And if you summarize this one, renunciation means doing nothing. That it is a wrong understanding, and correct understanding is renunciation means doing everything for Krishna. And in the mundane way, freedom is avoiding work. Here, freedom means purifying the work by remembering Krishna. In the material world, material life is activity, and spiritual life is same activity with Krishna consciousness. And Krishna is giving hope to us. If someone does devotional service, there was in Ananyas chintayanto mam yenaman prayupasate tesha nitya abhyuktanam. Seshanicha Bhaktanama Yoga Shemam Vahamaham. This is Bhagavad Gita 9:22, translation here. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and they preserve what they have. Here saying exclusive devotion. Exclusive means always. That's why some people say, okay, if I do some service, then he can provide what I lack and preserve what they have. That's a misunderstanding. Exclusive. We have to always remember and center the Krishna. Then he provide what the person needs, and he preserve what they have already. And finally, it's not what we give up, it's what we give to Krishna that makes our life perfect. You can say, I can give up many things for spiritual life. It's not that is important. It's what we give to Krishna is important. It's not And Krishna sees what we are holding back. Yeah, obviously we hold back many things. Yeah, here the main the main theme of this verse is whatever we do it for Krishna and for Krishna's pleasure. Renunciation, rather than false renunciation, is better to work for the Krishna and do the devotional service and follow regulative principles. The four main regulative principles are no meat eating. Because why we say we avoid meat? Because while killing the animal, our compassion, humility and compassion are the most important for spiritual life. It will go away. And actually by killing the animal, you are giving the right to the animal in the next when we burn, if the animal, you are giving the right to kill, the animal may come as a human, then it will kill you. That means karma. Your karma, you have to come multiple times. And no gambling. By doing gambling, the we do so many sins, like so many lies. Obviously, gambling is a big lie. And no intoxication. If you compare between two individuals, one is normal person and one is the like intoxicated person. Intoxicated person is like he doesn't know what he's doing. He takes the he takes the without thinking he do many things. It will freeze our brain. That's why intoxication is one of the so many crimes happens during intoxication. Like if you see car driving, car accidents, all happens due to intoxication only. And the no illicit sex, like in Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 it says due to like what you call, yeah, unwanted population will come because of illicit sex. And these are the four places where the Kali resides. That's why most of the people are affected by Kali. If they do these four things, yeah, we are not going anywhere. We are stuck in the entangled in the material world again and again again. We can't. It's impossible to stop cycle of birth and death. Yeah, the main thing is real renunciation is always remembering Krishna and work for Krishna, rather than working for our sense pleasure. We work for the pleasure of Krishna. That means devotional service. Yeah, we can conclude this by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any questions or reflections? Feel free to ask. Any questions? Yeah?
I was just wondering, if stock trading and buying the lottery, would that count as gambling?
Buying the lottery definitely is a gambling because you don't know how much success rate. Suppose if you see the lottery, like who wins the lottery as well, they will be broke within 6 months. Especially there are so many news as well, and their life will be worse than before. I did come across an article in the newspaper. There's one bin man, the bin cleaners. He got a euro million or something. Then obviously he was intoxicated. He goes to prostitution, and everything will be vanished in a 6 months. Then his life become more. He back to work as a bin man again. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a luck, but he doesn't know what to do. Yeah,
Stock trading or investing?
stock trading, long term, it should be comes as a investing. Investing should be fine, I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, long term should be okay. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Any reflections? Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Thank you. This is Gaura Arati in 10 minutes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Raksha Mam, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Pahi Mam, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Pahi Mam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.